Not
Adotti vaccininkistä menemme.
Good morning, Anu.
Good morning, doctor.
How are you doing? All good? S- വെറുതെ അല്ല അവള് പോയി. Yeah. Just Anu has just not here. I was thinking why not replying. I think she has just left. Can you take a water for me? Anu, meanwhile, you have left. Hi, Anu.
Hi, doctor. Now it's audible, right?
Yeah, you're audible. You're perfectly audible.
It was showing reconnecting, disconnecting. I don't know.
Okay, okay, okay. So you can hear me well, I believe.
Yes, yes, yes.
Perfect.
Camera is not working. Never mind.
No, camera is not working.
Zoom meetings. Okay. It was
Yes.
not recording actually. Now it's okay, I think.
Yeah. Yes, Anu. Actually, I don't know why others have joined. Maybe the reason is like they didn't have an updated work.
Yeah.
So,
I have completed the first and second chapter,
uh-huh.
background and introduction, then literature review, like almost 70% done. And fourth was this one, right? Let me check.
Okay,
Mm.
Vardha has joined.
Yeah, fourth is methodology, right? Methodology I have started.
Perfect. So the first chapter, introduction, you have
Yeah.
completed.
Yes.
Second, literature review, you have finished.
No, second is mine is background.
Okay, background of your research.
Mm.
That's okay, that is completed. And
Mm.
literature review, third
Uh,
chapter.
Yeah, third chapter almost like 70.
Okay, okay, 70% you have completed. You started research methodology chapter as well?
Yes.
Okay, okay, it's fine. Do one thing.
Mm.
Either we can have a review here, or you
Mm.
can send me, or if you want to note it down right now, you can share it. Maybe,
No, I'll
no,
send you.
perfect.
Mm.
You send me the work. I think
Mm.
only literature review need to be completed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
And on
okay.
the first chapter, rationale, I am little skeptical whether I have written it correctly or not. For me, rationale is why we are doing the research. It's not like the profession. I have not written it in a professional rationale, personal rationale, and one more was there, right? Third one.
Yeah.
So I just wrote it like,
So
and
you,
it's
you have,
exactly 1,500 words. So I don't know how. I reached like I made it to 1,500.
okay.
Yeah.
No problem. If you're adding the word more,
Mm.
we
Mm.
can manage it. Now, this work, whatever you have done, it's not a final one, which
Okay.
means it's
Mm.
almost 90% is done. When we continuing our, sessions and you're
Mm.
getting more points while you're reading, we can also include all these things in your first and second chapter. This is not going to be final. We are not going to upload anywhere this.
Mm.
Are you getting?
Mm.
We wanted to upload our work complete dissertation. I think
Mhm.
the month of March, I believe.
March 31st is the date.
March 31st.
Yeah. Initially it was
Okay.
April 7, then now they changed like pre-pont.
Okay, okay, March 31st. That's fine. So we are having almost 2 months we are having ahead.
Mm.
So in which we have something to complete other than this. Actually, I'm waiting for this work. Then only, otherwise the things will be mixed together. You will not be
Mm.
getting a focus on your work. That's why.
Mhm.
Um yes, I thought to already have discussed about the questionnaire development. I don't know whether you people remember or not.
Yes.
I don't want to repeat the things and again, and it will be a bore for you. People, Varda, how are you, Varda?
Good morning, doctor. Very good.
Very good morning. I thought, what happened for Vardha the first time you joined after 5 minutes?
Yeah, I overslept this morning and then my laptop was updating.
Okay, okay, okay.
So I had to just wait for the updates to keep running.
Okay, okay, perfect. It's fine. So now, uh, I wanted to share about the questionnaire development, although I have just gone through one of the YouTube video that we have discussed about the questionnaire development. That is itself is a clear and crystal. So I wanted to have an open platform asking the question in terms of how to develop the questionnaire. Is there any clarity you further require? We can just manage it right now. This session is totally about the questionnaire development, and I also wanted to know the update of Varda. But I think already finished your first and second chapter, I think.
Yeah, first, second chapter is done. Third chapter, I am almost done with that. I am writing up the theories now.
Okay.
And that was
Okay.
taking a long time to find the theories that is relevant to my study. And
Which one?
theories.
Uh-huh.
All the theories that is relevant to my study, but also not what's relevant, but trying to figure out how to separate the junk from what is things that I can actually use. So I finally came up with on Friday the one that I thought was the most applicable for my study. Just hold on.
Okay.
And those ones that I'm going to choose, I'm going to share my screen so that you can see.
Please share it. Meanwhile, I wanted to ask you, Anu, do you have your questionnaire ready? No.
Mm.
Have you done anything for that?
I have like few questions which I got from some other research paper.
Okay. Can you do right now your questionnaire by taking almost 15 to 20 minutes right now, which means do whatever you can. So I wanted to give you an idea whether you are in the same wavelength of our ideas of the questionnaire. Just collect the questionnaire from wherever it is, doesn't matter. It can be already developed questionnaire, just select it from any other resources. But after making something, it seems to be like it does resonate with your topic, which means it's matching with your topic. Just spend some time, 15 to 20 minutes. Let me know about it and share your work. You can share here itself. Let's see.
Okay,
Okay.
sure.
Okay, Vardha.
Okay, so my chapter 1, my introduction chapter, rationale, that I've completed, my research objectives, hypothesis, questions, the objectives of the research.
Very good.
I've shrunk that down to make it just the important ones. The structure of the project, I've shrunk down the whole research design and methodology to just identify the most important aspects. So I do mention the research onion, but just using the most important philosophies.
Very
I've
good.
also included my data analysis,
One,
SPSS,
and I will be through the space with.
SPSS,
Okay.
and then significance of the study. I wrote up, this is new. This is something that wasn't there before. What the challenges are. And then in chapter 2, the background, I've got my introduction, overview of the business environment. I talk specifically about the UAE nuclear program, when it started, why it started, its a turn project, what the current status is of the project right now. That it's got 4 units in operations, offering
Perfect.
25% of the country's energy needs. In the context of the study, this is where I went a little more deeper. I looked big, what's globally happening in the industry,
Yeah.
what kind of support there is in the industry, what is on offer from different nuclear organizations that's important. I put in a couple of models that I also found that was really important for strategy, because
Perfect.
my project is on strategy, different talent management strategies. So I looked at what is important on strategy,
Very good.
spoke about that. Then I also wrote up some new statistics that I found in the industry, which talks about retention and it talks about attrition rates, because this is important. This is one of the research questions. So I'm taking my research questions and I basically found literature that supports my research questions.
Very good. Very
Yes,
good.
I could
Very good.
answer some of those questions. And
That's
then
everything you need to do.
the ones that I still have gaps in, those are the ones that I'm going to be including in the questionnaire, like demographics, for instance. Demographics, biographical details, what personal perceptions are of talent management on retention for staff. So those are the things that I want to focus on. So everything I couldn't find in the literature based on my research questions,
No.
that's
Okay.
part of what is important for the questionnaire. Then I also look at an age distribution a little bit of to show what the progression looks like, that there's a lot more people that are leaving and very little that is joining, which means when these people are going to retire, when they leave the organization, that the attrition rate is going to affect the continuity of business.
Very good.
And then, okay, I wrote conclusions as well. And then my chapter 3, literature review. Yeah, I start talking about actual models, what it means, what the study is going to be consisting of, what I'm going to be focused on, the most salient points that I'm focusing on. So I looked at what is talent management, what does it actually mean, what does the industry talk about, lots and lots of data I found on the some important aspects that I also found, how talent management can predict the attrition rate in an organization, what my dimensions are going to look at. My dimensions is attraction, development, and my independent dimension is retention. And then I looked at different theories in talent management, and this is the part that I got really stuck in. But I settled on, I'm going to be using...
One second. I just want to read why you have written 7 out of 23 and 2 out of 23. Why?
This is one paper that I reviewed. And this paper looked at all of the literature over a 10-year period between 2004 and 2014, and looked at all of the theories, the predominant theories that was done in talent management. And out of all of these papers, 72 papers, articles that they researched, they found that 7 out of 23 of those papers, of 23 only, they found that psychological contract theory was the most important one that was talked about in literature.
Okay, got it.
Resource-based theory and social exchange theory was talked about in general. And then there's others also, there's Maslow's hierarchy of needs. There's some additional ones that was also spoken about, but it was negligible, the percentage. So that's why I wanted to justify why am I choosing these 3 theories, because those are the ones that's predominantly over that 10-year period research was conducted. But I do also make a disclaimer that this research was conducted more than 10 years ago, in 2014. So this additional research that I'm doing now is supporting that research, because
very good.
10 years later. So that's ultimately what I'm doing. Then I looked at one of the big ones that I want to be focusing on is resource-based theory, because...
So one thing, Varda, can you just select the content of a resource-based review theory completely? Only that part, only this paragraph only. Can you check your line spacing is a 1.5?
Yeah.
No, down. Yes, no. Yes. 1.5. Can you just do the justify alignment? No, not here. Yeah. Rest. Yes. Click it there. Okay. Now you can. No problem. I also suggest to do the alignment as well for every complete work. Perfect.
Should it be justified? Because all the other research papers that I saw for APA wasn't justified.
In order to read, it shows a better readability. That's why.
No, because I'm just trying to follow what I've seen. Because they're going to deduct marks for all of those small things.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, so I've used this. I used the VRIO, one that we spoke about, the word that I can't say, inimitable. Cannot say that word.
Inimitable.
And then I have to still write up another 2 more theories, which is a psychological contract theory and social exchange theory.
Perfect.
So this way I'm still reading, because I have to start over and read now about all of this to see what's out there and how can this relate to my topic.
Very good.
Talk about my talent management challenges in the nuclear industry, because it now once again relates back to the actual topic that I'm going to do. So that's where I'm at. I just have to finish those 2 theories, and then I am pretty much good to go. for chapter 3 as well. And then my
Okay.
chapter 4, this is my chapter
Mm.
4, is my literature review. So this I took directly from my
Okay. You can provide the heading research methodology, chapter
yeah.
heading,
So this
and
this I
introduction also
haven't
you can provide.
yeah I haven't started on
Got it.
editing. So but
Okay, okay. I don't know why
this is
network
going to
is
be
not.
the beginning of my
Okay, good.
my chapter 4, and
Conversion.
then of course I need to still now this will be where I'll have my questionnaire. I'll talk about why these questions were selected, where it fits in, how it supports the research questions, how it supports the hypothesis, my
Very good.
dimension. So that's where I'm at. I mean, I'm already at 5,849 words.
300, yeah, it's up. I mean, yes, matching with the word count is required. Yes,
And my references is 3 pages already.
no
And
problem.
I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. I still have a ton of papers that I'm still reading. Uh,
Perfect. Now, for your work of the first chapter, second chapter, third chapter, once you send me, I'll be giving a very few suggestions only because what are the important things to be covered already you done, like the theories. For example, in the literature review chapter, you have specifically mentioned a number of
yeah,
important theories, VRIO framework and social exchange theory, and important things, yeah, which is
psychological
related to
contract.
psychological
Psychological
contract as
contract
well.
relates to
And
retention.
you also perfectly referred few articles, not a few articles, a good number of articles you mentioned there. That's also fine. Now, let me check it out in detail. Anything I can contribute to your work. And the first chapter is pretty good. And second one is more than enough context what you have mentioned. And I don't
I
feel that
stopped
you,
the word count.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think my chapter 2
Mm,
is 1,496 words. So I'm 4
okay,
words short of 1,5. But
okay,
I
okay,
make it
okay,
up in chapter 1 and I make it up in chapter 3.
okay, okay. So now the next stage is the research methodology chapter. Already you have written the most that research onion, and you have somewhat you have managed to just send to me. Send to me. I have some works to complete from your work for your work, like reviewing from the first to the last three chapter and four chapter altogether. Want to give you some feedback. Then last moment we don't have to see every works, yeah. Otherwise we need to see all the chapters together for the review. Now once we done and kept it away, it's fine. We can make some change. It doesn't mean that okay, it's done forever. No, it's not like we need to make some changes when we are getting more literatures and articles or something very relevant or updated work or something. Perfect, very good. And Rayan, VC Roka, RVCA.
Huh?
No, I'm just reading your.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, Prant.
I haven't cut my hair, so I wear a hat when I haven't cut my hair because of my optional 4-inch parting.
Okay. When you woke up today,
I was not. I just yeah. No, it's not when I woke up. I had a a bit of a hangover. We're all good.
I just woke up, so I was late
ah,
for class.
okay. Um, okay, today you are with your water bottle, not
Uh,
Starbucks, yeah? You got
it's
late.
coming. It's on the way. It will come up once Manel's out the shower.
Perfect. Okay. Now I wanted to know, actually, Ryan, what we are doing that we are just taking the work of the students already they have completed. We are reviewing from here itself. And Anu said me, okay, she will be sending to me. She has almost done with three chapter, four chapter, I think, yeah. 80% is almost done. She'll be sending me today or tomorrow. And Vada is on completing stage. Only a little thing, very, very little thing. Only I think 5% or 7% or 10% maximum she need to complete for these four chapters. I'm taking the update from you people that where you reached and how we can go ahead. Because the next stage is totally data analysis and interpretation chapter. We don't have anything to much things to learn, yeah, in the coming classes and all is all we need to do the work from home or any other part, like collection of data, meeting the respondents, and processing the data and completing the 2 chapter, that is data analysis and interpretation chapter. That is a major work we have right now after complete this important 4th chapter. So when I see the face of Rayan, I feel that he has done good number of work.
I haven't had a chance, mate. It's life gets back to normal this week, and I'm flying to South Africa on the 13th, so I'll have 9 hours on a plane with no children or anyone around me to
Okay.
interrupt me. So I'll be getting a lot of it done then. But I'll I just quite simply haven't had the opportunity.
Okay.
The kids go back to school this week. So we're all good. I will get my life back.
Yeah. So now I wanted to give you some time to look into your questionnaire aspects, and can you spend some time right now, almost 15 minutes, and just develop a questionnaire, and which match with your title. And let me see whether you are on track or not. Hi, how are you?
Talking to you. Do you want to wave to Uncle? Wave.
Hi,
He's
how are
waving.
you? How are you?
Wave. There we go. Right, go to mummy. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay. Now just spend some time to prepare your questionnaire. Which means search for some data related to your questionnaire. Have a look on your independent and dependent variable. Yes, Rayan, just have a look on your research proposal, what you have written, and just write down what is your dependent and independent variable, both variable. Then search for some relevant developed questionnaire related to your field and try to make a questionnaire. Tomorrow is you have to go to meet your respondents tomorrow. Today, you have to prepare a questionnaire. There is no any other time. Just imagine. So how you are going to prepare? Just prepare it. I want to see how you are preparing. Once you prepared it, just screen share it when we come back after 15 minutes. Anu is on the stage of preparation for her questionnaire. Varda, are you able to hear me, Varda? Varda is here? We are not able to hear.
Yes. I'm looking.
Okay, already you have prepared one questionnaire and you send to us, and we discussed the same, but
Yeah,
we need to.
I can't find where I prepared it. I've saved it somewhere now. I can't find it.
No problem. Just, I'm not telling the perfect one. Minimum. For example, in one dependent, one independent variables are there for your studies. In that, just find out some question and add it in an MS Word. Start preparing the questionnaire right now.
Because in my chapter 1, I've actually said that I'm going to be utilizing existing scale development
No problem.
for talent
Okay,
talent that includes my variables, which is attraction,
okay.
development, and retention.
Okay.
And
So
I'm
do
going
you have that existing talent
I had
scale
it.
with you?
I had it and now I can't find it.
Okay, just search for that because we wanted to have, and spend today's session for making your questionnaire. Because I don't feel that we need to take a session once again, because already we have discussed it. Once you're done, I can give you the feedback for that. Any mistakes sounds okay, I can give some suggestion on how to develop a questionnaire in the best possible manner if you make the mistakes only. Otherwise, I don't feel that it will be a kind of a repetition otherwise. So spend some time. I'm here itself. I'm just muting my video and audio. Yes, I'll be back after 15 minutes, 9:45. 9:45, I'll be back. So meanwhile, just prepare some sort of questionnaire. I'm not telling to the perfect one. Anyway, Yes. 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 Anyone? Ryan,
Yep.
are you able to share your screen?
I am.
Okay. Second. If you don't mind, can you type your heading, I mean, title of your research in the top? You can copy and paste it
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
so that the other people who joined and not joined can easily get some idea how to prepare a questionnaire once you have written your topic here. After sales in automotive industry. Study of digitalization in automotive after sales. Its impact on customer retention and loyalty. Very good. Okay.
Okay. There's a couple of more bits, and I guess probably want a bit of feedback from you on this because whilst I say I haven't been doing the main body, I have been doing this. So I have been doing the questionnaire because I want to make it as compact and succinct as possible, but there's a lot of questions that I want to ask, and there's a couple that I would appreciate your feedback because I think there is probably, I don't know whether it's an independent, I think it's probably an independent variable, but the automotive industry is a small part of most people's lives.
Mm.
So what I'm trying to figure out is obviously I need to focus on how their automotive experience is and whether or not it impacts their service and their loyalty.
Mm.
But I also think the biggest variable is how active they are in digitization in the rest of their life. And it's how I bring that in without making it a 100-point questionnaire, if that makes
Mhm.
sense. So where I'm at with this one, so from a demographic standpoint, age, gender, education level,
Mhm.
how frequently they're using it, income level, and vehicle price. Because I think what I want to understand is whether or not there's an impact on how you feel about digitization and the removal of the human factor
Mhm.
when you've got a more expensive car or
Mhm.
or a less expensive car. Where is it more important? And I think a big variable in that is going to be the age and the the income level. I'm thinking I might drop the gender because I'm not sure. I think that's overly relevant. Um, right. So awareness. So are you aware of digital services? If yes, what have you used? So within that, I've tried to kind of make it as comprehensive as possible. So online booking, contactless vehicle drop off and collection, digital vehicle diagnostics, online payment services, mobile tracking apps. There's not much else out there, but if there is, um, actually, I'll add one.
Online appointment booking. Sales. Contactless vehicle drop-off collection.
And then how do you learn about new after-sales services?
Mm-hmm.
Then perception
Once
and
again.
experience. So I think you called it, is it a Lingard scale? Lingard scale?
Likert scale. Likert
Likert
scale.
scale. Okay. So how easy is it to use? How satisfied are you with the quality? Do you feel digitalization has improved the experience? Key benefits of using?
Do you feel that is good after sales experience? Yeah. Okay. What are the key benefits of using? Mm-hmm.
And have you faced any challenges? If yes, what are they? Impact. So does the availability of the digital services influence your decision to stay with a brand?
Mm-hmm.
How likely are you recommend now this? I kind of feel like I need to put this one in, but I also feel like it's a bit of a I wouldn't ever go, do you know what? I highly recommend you buy Nissan because their digital services, like it's not going to happen, but it is, I guess it's relevant. So how likely are you to recommend a brand based on digital services, after sales services? Do you feel more loyal towards the brand that offers excellent digital after sales services? And then open-ended questions. I appreciate that it's going to be very difficult to do statistics from that, but it will enable us to, or enable me to potentially add more into the paper if I get feedback from what people want.
Okay. Okay, got it.
And what they want.
Yes, yes. So within a very short span of time, you have prepared this questionnaire. And what I understand, you have an idea about your topic, and what these are the feelings, these are the things should be there in your questionnaire, that perception you're having already. So my comments is, when you get the time, just prepare a perfect questionnaire, because already you have an idea to be what are the things to be incorporated. For example, you identified digitalization is your independent variable, and your dependent variable is customer loyalty and retention. So here,
Sorry,
what
mate.
is
Say that
here?
again.
Your independent variable is digitalization. Yeah, digitalization.
Right. Can you explain that to me, please?
Yes, one second. Since digitalization in automotive industry after sales services, so you must be having almost 5 to 6 questions supporting the digitalization. Here you have written some questions, yeah, in the Likert scale itself. Develop that aspect, and when you come for the next week, if it is possible, yeah, one second, yeah, go up. Yes, you have included here the awareness and usage of digital services. Yeah, that part you can keep it. But our thing, there must be some questions in the Likert scale itself showing digitalization services in automotive after sales. There must be 5 to 6 questions, minimum 5 questions you have to develop, which answering certain your questions of digitalization in the automotive industry after sales services. It can be like one of the question you have already written here. Yes, perception experiences. Yeah, how easy it is use the digital after sales services. Similarly, how satisfied are you with the quality of digital after sales services? You know, quality can be one of the parameter for your digitalization. That question is fine. And the second one, do you feel that digitalization has improved your after sales service experiences? Perfect. Okay. 2. Then what are the key benefits? No, I'm suggesting that rather than going for different types of question, just follow one level of question. Like Likert scale, strongly agree itself. Here what you have used, very difficult. Yeah, 8th question, are you able to see in the 8th question? 8th one, you have used the Likert scale, very difficult to very easy. Yeah, the first one is that. Second one, very dissatisfied, neutral, unsatisfied, and very satisfied. Yeah, and next third one you have used disagree, strongly agree, something like that. And the fourth one is something they have to checklist, they have to use from this option that you have given. So things are different in each questions. Yeah. If you're able to choose one Likert scale format for 5 to 6 questions, that will be really good. When we are going for processing your data for the interpretation, it will be very easy. Now, the task I'm going to give you, Ryan, is try to finalize 5 to 6 questions, which is showcasing one Likert scale format under the digitalization after sales services. Now you can work on it, 5 to 6 questions. And second, dependent variable. Have a look on the dependent variable. Can you go down? Dependent variable is your customer loyalty and retention. Customer loyalty and retention, right? Under the customer loyalty and retention, you have included 3 questions. No, this is not sufficient because I know very well, Royan, you have spent only very few times. I'm not telling the mistakes here, only for some clarification. Okay, so under the impact on customer retention loyalty, you need to make a research. What are the variables can be included for the customer retention and the customer loyalty? Minimum 4 to 4 each. Customer retention and customer loyalty all together, you can have minimum 6 or 7 questions. Then only it will justify your questionnaire. Demographic variables, whatever you have written is fine. You don't need to worry about it. Demographic variable is fine. Now you need to work on digitalization questions, 5 to 6 questionnaire, and on the customer retention and loyalty all together or separately. Customer retention, there are a number of questions are available in the developed questionnaire available in the market. I mean the website. Customer retention, you can keep 3 to 4 questions. Customer loyalty, you can keep 3 to 4 questions separately. Or you want to write all together, that's also possible. But I would suggest you write down 4 questions for the customer retention and the next 4 questions for the customer loyalty.
Okay.
Perfect. Now you can keep section 5 suggestions. Yeah, it is better. It is better. You know, most of the people will not answer all these things. Yeah, a descriptive way of questions. Yeah, mostly you can add it, no problem. Otherwise, avoid it. If you want to get some descriptive answers from the site, yeah, then you can keep it, no problem. It is, you can just write down optional. Yeah, in the questionnaire, you can give the optional, not mandatory. Otherwise, they will have to write it forcefully. Then only they will be able to submit it. So you can give only option. You can write section 5 some optional questions. That is good, no problem then. Okay. So for the Rayan case, Rayan can develop. You just spend some time, very easy, you can develop it. You send to me the question after developing it. I will be correcting it. Because this time, while managing our writing of the 3 important chapters, the first and second and third chapter, the same time, I usually suggest the students to go for collecting the data. Once you prepare the data, we can convert into Google form or something. Then you can send the questionnaire to everyone. Yeah, once I give you the confirmation for your final question, I believe you can do at the earliest possible, I believe, because since you've done this much. So
and I guess this is where I want to develop it further.
Yes.
So what this is where it comes on to the digitization as a whole, not just in the automotive industry, because what I want to understand is so other things that are heavily digitized, airlines,
yes,
hotel chains,
yes,
travel industry. So if you are very, very au fait with those, so what I'm thinking is things like favorite airline provider. Do you have a preferred airline provider and communication method with them? Hotel chains, because then what I want to see is if you're all over that, do you then love everything in after sales that's digitized because you're used to it, you deal with it on your phone? And if you don't do any of that, do you hate this because this is an inconvenience for you because you have a travel agent, or you know, that kind of thing? But I just I don't want to collect too much data because I don't want to get overwhelmed with it. But I just feel like because the automotive industry is a necessary evil in most people's lives. I just want to
Yes.
see whether or not there's a combination between the two that
Hmm.
say if you're below 45, you've been part of the digital revolution.
Great.
It's easy for you. If you're
Yes.
60 and you've got 10 cars and you're loaded,
Hmm.
do
Yes.
you want to go and meet
Yeah.
Ryan in your service center?
You can incorporate. You can
Okay.
incorporate all these perception into this.
So
Perfect.
would you do that as multiple questionnaires, or would you fold that into one?
Multiple questions?
No, would you put it into multiple questionnaires, or would you just leave it as one and just do one sort of like 20, 25 question questionnaire?
Yes. If you're following like this, how much question will be there?
Well, potentially quite a few.
It's nearby. I will tell you 7. We can say the independent. Then 7, 15. Yes, is almost. It will be nearby. Question will be nearby 25. Then
Yeah.
one more thing I want to add in between, Ryan, from your idea that you have given just before. It's like if you want to segregate or if you want to know what all the automotive industries your respondents are choosing, like for example, a particular company product they're having. If you want to add that one also, you can add it, no problem.
So I did think that, but I thought
If you want to general idea, then it's fine. General idea is fine.
I kind of so the thing that I was thinking with this is if I said Nissan,
Yeah.
right, you could own a 50,000 Sunny, or you could own a 700,000 Nismo Patrol.
Okay.
So I thought on that basis, it would be better to look at the value of the vehicle. I thought that might give you more of a scale, because if it's over 250,
Perfect. Very
over
good. Very good. Very good.
$250,000, it's a
Very
Ferrari.
good. I agree. I agree. I agree with it. I agree with it. You can follow the same format rather than asking any kind of companies. Perfect.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Ryan, when
Yes,
I
sir.
can expect the questionnaire, develop questionnaire?
Well, I mean, I've like I said, whilst I said I haven't been doing the chapters, I have been doing this, so this is nearly finished in my opinion.
Okay. Just
So
complete it and send to me. Yeah.
yeah, this
Okay.
week. Yeah.
Perfect. So, what about Anu and Varda? Any progress from your side?
A little bit.
Okay.
Still need to complete finding questions on retention.
Okay. No problem. No problem.
So I only have about 4 questions on retention.
Uh-huh.
Let me just show you.
Yes.
I didn't put in like Ryan with the Likert scales and everything, but it's going to be a 5 Likert scale.
Okay.
So just on top, I have my demographics.
Okay.
So
That
for me-
career demographics, you wanted to add something more that you can later also add it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Talent
But for me,
attraction.
the most important ones, I want to see the age and I want to see the experience and see if there's a
Yeah.
relationship between that. Because my
Okay.
assumption is that the
Okay.
younger people are, the less they want to stay in an organization, especially in an
Yes.
industry that's very rigid. And then my
Actions and development.
dependent variables, talent attraction. Maybe I can add
Okay.
another few more here. And obviously, this is just copy and paste from
Yeah.
existing
Got it.
development. So
Yes.
this still needs to be adjusted and needs to be customized
Yes.
to make them all read consistently. So these are the questions that I have under attraction or acquisition. The development part I thought was very important, especially the
Okay.
second part
Very good.
of this questionnaire where I start talking about career paths, identified career paths. because
Identify talent, have many opportunities for mobility, talent, have clear career paths in the organization. So I want to know about it. Talent development is the, do you have any other segregation of your variables? Talent
Yes.
attraction, talent development, anything else?
Engagement of leadership, which I think
Okay,
is really important. One of the important questions I want to see here is, do I feel safe to share my opinions?
perfect, very good.
That ties
Yeah,
in with the
talent
psychological
strategies.
contract.
Okay,
And
compensation.
then recognition and compensation. Obviously, I cannot get
Mhm.
away with this. I don't
I
want
got
to
it.
add it, but this is most of, especially just from my experience and my assumptions, is that people are never satisfied with their compensation package. And for us, especially the people that are leaving the industry or joining other industries because of the package. Because of
Okay, okay.
So this, I think, is very, very important,
Mhm.
is to understand, is there a link between the recognition? Is there a link between the compensation and employee staying or
Perfect.
not staying? So that's the social exchange. It's also got to do with the psychological contract,
Very good.
recognition in terms of certificates. So are
Okay.
they recognized? How does that impact on people's retention? And then, like I said, this is the last aspect that I'm still working on, is the employee retention part, which is my independent variable.
Very
And
good.
this one I need to expand quite a bit because I
So
want to
you
make
have
it.
only one dependent variable, right? Employee retention?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Do you
So
think?
now you have added number of questions in this. I believe that you will be shortlisting all these questions, and which is matching most, you will be adding into this.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now whatever the question that you received that you have added, I understand.
Yeah, and then I have an open-ended question, and I want to know. I've heard what you said to Ryan now. Maybe it's going to be difficult to analyze that data, especially when you have open-ended questions, because everyone will have their own opinion. Should I rather reserve this open-ended question to the
It is very
interviews?
optional. It is very optional. You can add it. The concern is most of the respondents will not fill it. But if it is adding some value to your research, then you can add these questions and ask them to fill it out. But keep it as an optional, yeah. Otherwise, when they are going for the submission, after completing all these liquid questions and all, then they will be finding this descriptive way of questions, yeah. So they will
Yeah.
have to fill it. But if it is very mandatory question, they will be just leaving without answering all these things. That's a concern happen sometime.
Yeah, it doesn't link to my hypothesis
Perfect.
directly, but it's indirectly linked to the hypothesis.
Yes. If you're writing some question descriptive, whatever the answer that you're receiving from them, that you can mention in your findings particularly directly. For example, you're asking, what's your suggestions on the career development? What improvement you're expecting from your point of view within your experience of 15 or 20 years of experience? So you can mention separately in the findings. Yeah, the people who are having the experience in nuclear industry more than 15 years, they are giving these kind of suggestions to improve the workplace planning or workforce planning or whatever it is. It's okay. It's up to you. Improvements or whatever you can add it. Yes. Now I feel
Quick
yes.
question. Sorry. I asked about it, but we didn't. I don't think we covered it off, and you've mentioned it there. Something I'm really struggling with here at the moment is independent variables and dependent variables. So for me, you've said digitization is the independent variable, and the dependent variables are loyalty and retention. What what are they for WADA? And because I'm not really getting that element of this.
You will get it. I'll tell you. You are asking if what is dependent independent variable? No, right? What are the elements will come under this? What is your question?
Yeah, no, look, I kind of, well, it's that. It's
Okay.
how do you identify the independent and the dependent
Okay.
variable?
Okay. See, what we are trying to analyze here, what is the relationship between the both the variable that you have written in your title of your research? That is digitalization. We consider this independent. Digitalization is not being influenced by any other factors. We consider like that. Digitalization is a simple independent variable, and dependent variable means there are customer retention, customer loyalties are dependent on digitalization. customer loyalty. See, your health, your satisfaction level is dependent on many factors, right? Are you getting?
Yeah.
If I'm doing a research, for example, uh, the impact of teaching practices or impact of teaching practices on students' performance. Okay, student satisfaction. Impact of, I'm doing a study on the impact of teaching practices on student satisfaction or student performance. Can you tell me which is the dependent and independent variable? Impact of teaching practices on the student achievement or student performance or student satisfaction. Student satisfaction is a dependent variable since student satisfaction is dependent on teaching practices. How well we are teaching is based on student performance. Student performance is a result of how the teaching practice are being happening in the particular concern. So for your case, you wanted to analyze what is the level of retention and the loyalty among your customer. So what is depending on this? This is, since it's a dependent variable, this is connected to some other elements. Yeah, that is elements we are checking. That is importantly your digitalization. Okay, so again, I want to highlight for every study, if they really wanted to do a systematic, analysis, we researcher used to tell there must be some dependent and independent variable. Then things will be very easier to analyze it. So digitalization is your independent variable. Dependent variable is your customer loyalty and retention.
Okay.
So what about Anu?
So just to answer Ryan's question, in my case, my dependent variable is the retention, and everything else is independent variables. Attraction is independent, development is independent, engagement with leadership is independent, recognition and compensation is independent.
Yes. For Varda case, talent management is the independent variable.
Yeah.
Under which she has done, she got number of sub variable, that is talent attraction, talent development, talent engagement, compensation, etc. These are the variables supporting talent management. If Ryan is getting under the digitalization, any such sub variables you can also develop like that. For her work, talent management is an independent variable. She has taken some sub variable for the talent management. Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. What about Anu?
I think you can see my screen, right?
Oh, this is Anu's screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yes,
my
yes.
topic is impact of employee resistance on digital transformation in the human resource and talent management departments.
Yeah.
So for the demographics, I have taken age, gender, education, their job function, whether they're executives, officers, or HR managers. Area of work, we have different areas, including recruitment, PROs, the HR operations, like that. Then career experience in years. And then dependent variable.
No, there is a doubt. There is a doubt, Anu. I believe your title will be like this: impact of digital transformation on employee resistance.
No, my topic is impact of employee resistance on digital transformation.
Very sure.
Mm.
Can you take your research proposal?
Because of employee resistance, already digital transformation is either like mostly it is negative. So employees are showing resistance and their impact on transformation is what we are trying to find out.
Okay. Okay, then continue. Let me check later. Okay, employee resistance and talent acquisition, human resource department will not be independent variable. I will be giving you some clarity for that later. Okay. Okay, then digital transformation will be your another variable. Okay, you can continue, please.
Okay. Then the questions are, do you use digital platforms in your daily work tasks? Like here, this options I have to put properly.
Mhm.
How familiar are you with the digital tools and systems being implemented in your HR and talent department? How
Okay.
comfortable are you introducing new digital systems for your day-to-day work? Like these all,
Okay.
I have to rephrase. I just
Yeah,
put
yeah,
it
yeah.
whatever came to my
Yes,
mind.
yes. Got it, got it.
Do you agree with new digital systems will enhance your efficiency in day-to-day work? Do
Mhm.
you think that digital system can improve the productivity of the team and individuals? In your opinion, is digital transformation required for your department or not? Can
Okay.
we achieve
Open-ended
the,
question.
yeah, no, no, these all options.
Yeah. Options
Yes
are there.
or no, strongly agree, this all welcome.
Okay, okay,
Can
okay.
we achieve complete digitization in HR and all are multiple choice? Can we achieve complete digitization in HR and talent management departments? What do you think?
Mhm.
Do you
Mhm.
think digital systems can save time?
Perfect.
Which all are the reasons you think that complete digitization is not possible in your work area?
Mhm.
How efficient? Because they are like mostly HR and talent management needs interpersonal communication, right?
Okay.
So we want to know how efficient you think the IT department in your organization can automate your work. What do you think are the primary reasons for employees showing resistance to digital transformation? In your opinion, if the organization is going for a complete digitization,
Mm.
whether the organization will be able to automate all your process fully. In your opinion, whether all employees will be comfortable with digitization, then what are the biggest challenges in implementing digital transformation in your department? Have you
Mhm.
experienced any difficulty in using digital tools when it
Mhm.
is introduced for the first time?
Mhm.
First time. If you're not comfortable with the digital tools which got introduced in your department, how will you express it? Like we want to know whether they will not
Mhm.
cooperate, like will sit
Mhm.
silently. How has the employee resistance affected the adoption of digital tools in your department? Do you
Mhm.
believe digital transformation will affect the mental well-being of your team members? Like,
Okay, it becomes very various. I mean, very, very wide.
mm,
Let us check it out later as well. No problem. You
mm,
develop. I know that you have to spend some time only to develop this. So I will suggest you to Anu particularly,
mm,
just focus on the two element that is
mm,
digital transformation.
mm,
Digital transformation. Find out some question for that,
mm,
and at the same time employee resistance particularly.
mm,
Okay, whatever you feel, yeah, even you
mm.
can develop yourself and you can just take the develop questionnaire. I
And
feel
refine.
yeah, employee resistant, what are the major questions comes under? Okay,
Mm,
directly ask them on the strongly agree basis. What you have written
mm,
strongly agree, I think here. So
mm,
try to find out some of the important question under two under, yeah, first of all employee resistant and digital transformation. Write down.
mm.
I believe
10
Varda
plus 10 will be fine, right?
fine, it's
20.
fine. We can reduce it. We can add it.
Mm,
Okay,
mm,
let me check it out whether you're addressing all your research questions
mm,
and
mm,
research
mm.
objectives through your questionnaire. For
Okay.
example, Varda has added number of questions. She got it under the each variables.
Mm, mm, mm,
Yes,
mm,
she has collected from different articles. She will
mm, mm,
be adding more in that. But after she will be what she's going to do that I believe she'll be spending some time. She'll be checking her research questions and research objective, which is matching perfectly. She'll be writing
mm,
again.
mm,
She'll be looking into again. Then she'll be finding out. Okay, there are two questions which is looking each other relation. I mean, similar to each other.
mm,
Again,
mm,
she's relating that.
mm,
Likewise, we can also develop adding
mm,
more number of questions from your
mm,
perception and other perceptions, then we can finalize our final questionnaire.
mm,
That's all
mm,
about. So I want to tell you that I want to conclude the session today. Spend since you people
mm,
have almost completed your 3 chapter or 4 chapter, now
mm,
you can also spend some time to develop your questionnaire. Once
mm,
we done, meanwhile, while we are discussing about analysis and the interpretation chapter, you can go
mm,
for data collection, which means you can send by mail and you can develop your network to be filled all these research questions. I mean, your questionnaire. You can develop account.
Altogether, we have 7 chapters, right?
It depends. I will need to check.
Mm.
Introduction will be the mandatory introduction chapter.
Background,
For you, background is the research methodology, third chapter. Fourth chapter will be
literature
your
review.
uh, yes, literature review will be third chapter. Fourth chapter will be research methodology. Fifth chapter will be data analysis and interpretation. Fifth one,
Mm,
and sixth one will be you can write your findings,
mm,
conclusions, recommendations, or we can
mm,
also develop some other chapters for this. That depends. At the time we can discuss that while we are structuring our dissertation.
mm, mm,
Okay, thank you so
mm,
much,
mm.
all of you, for joining today. I think we are joining after New Year, right? First time.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Happy New Year. A great journey
Mm.
ahead, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. So spend your time and make it done. We'll be meeting for the next week.
Mm.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.